Hi there, my name is Dr. Sarah Wooten, and in this video, we will be going over the top 5 ways that you can bond with your cat, where you can deepen your relationship and enjoy everything that this special feline human bond has to give. So let's get into it. So while we tend to stereotype cats as being more aloof and independent than dogs, which generally they are, right? They have not been evolving alongside humans as long as dogs do. You actually can bond with a cat. So one thing that's interesting to know about cats is that they are more likely to bond to a location than to a human, which is very interesting, right? So dogs in general will bond to a human. That is a very specific relationship, and they are very well evolved to do that. Cats, on the other hand, will often bond to a location, which is why after you hear stories about after people move, even lots of miles, hundreds of miles, somehow their cat still ends up back at the same place where they used to live. And that's because cats can develop a very strong bond to the location of where they are. However, saying that, you can actually build a human-animal bond with cats, and it's not very difficult, right? And it's really important to know that these cats are our pets. They are our responsibility. We have brought them into our house, and they are social animals once we bring them in there, right? And so having this time and these activities to do with your cat and there's just a couple of simple things that you can do, can lead to a better relationship, which can be beneficial to you, and it can actually be beneficial to your cat as well. It can help reduce stress and improve their lives. So yes, cats do bond with humans. There is a lot of variability in the amount and the kind of attention that cats enjoy from humans, right? But even cats who prefer to have just a little bit of attention, they can still share a deep bond with their human. It just looks a little bit different, right? So, and they do enjoy our company, and they are generally social animals. It just has to be on their terms, right? So here's a couple of broad tips when it comes to bonding with your cat. It takes a little bit of time to figure out what they like. So the thing with cats is you need to do things on their terms, right? You can't really force it with a cat. If you do, the claws and the teeth come out, and then they don't trust you, right? So trust is a big deal with cats. And it's important to be able to bond with your cat doing the things that your cat likes to do. So you have to figure out what that is, right? So you likely may need to spend some time just observing your cat. Some cats prefer toys, some cats prefer treats, and it's likely that your cat has a preference to what they enjoy, right? And if it's something you've never paid attention to before, well, observing your cat is a good place to start. Just as important as knowing what your cat likes is to know what your cat doesn't like, right? So the other thing that cats really enjoy is routine and predictability. And so things like petting them in the same place for a certain duration, that is something your cat really appreciates. If you switch it up on your cat all the time, remember, somewhere in the back of their evolutionary brain is something that tells them that they are prey, right, to larger animals, coyotes, things like that. So by keeping things predictable, that helps them to feel safer, and then that helps them to build trust, and then that is where your bond deepens, right? Remember, this is about what the cat likes, not necessarily what we like, right? You may want to just cuddle that cat for hours while you're binge watching Netflix or whatever. But if your cat struggles, or if they get up and walk away, just let them, right? Never force it. Never, never, never force it with a cat. It's not going to go well. It's just not, right? If your cat doesn't like to be cuddled, you have to respect that choice, right? And when your cat is done being touched, just let them go, right? That gives them a sense of autonomy. They're very much like humans in this way, and they get to feel like they're in charge a little bit. And that helps them to build more trust with you. Okay, so let's talk about 5 different ways that you can increase that bond with your cat. Number 1, play with your cat. We don't think about playing with our cats the way we do about playing with our dogs, right? If you get a dog, you know that you've signed up for a certain amount of exercise and play with that animal. People often get the cat and then they mistakenly think, I don't need to do anything with this cat. Cats are low maintenance. There's nothing I got to do. But the problem that we as veterinarians are seeing is that we see the cats come in, they're very safe, they live indoors, boy, are they well fed, but they develop stress-related disorders with being bored. Cats get bored. These animals are designed to be on the move. They are hunters, they are high agility, high athleticism. And so it's important to be able to have some focused play sessions with your cat, hopefully every single day. So I recommend anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour of play sessions during the day, every single day, depending on what your time constraints are like. And then I suggest breaking those up to 10 to 15 minute play sessions, right? So, every 4, 5, 6 hours, play with the cat, right? And then that is a way for your cat to get some mental stimulation. That's a way for you to get a break, especially if you're working at home. And they also get physical exercise. So there's so many benefits to that. And those focused play sessions actually reduce cat stress and help these cats live longer and live better. So the way that you play with your cat depends on your cat, right? So some cats love feathered fishing poles. Feathered fishing poles are like one of the best things, right? So you just kind of toss it out there and reel it back in. Your cat gets to chase it and catch it and have a great time. A lot of people like playing with laser pointers. Those are controversial. You have to use a very low wattage because you can cause eye damage and so don't shine it in their eyes if you do use a laser pointer. Use a low wattage. They actually sell pet safe ones now. And then if you do, you always want to let your cat be able to be successful in catching it several times. And the reason for this is if you don't, they can actually develop disorders where they chase shadows, right? And they're always like looking around because they haven't ever been able to catch this little red dot. How do you help them catch it? When they're not looking, if they're over there and they're playing with it, put down a treat and then have the laser pointer train on that treat. So the red dot's right on the treat, and then the cat gets to pounce on it. You turn off the laser pointer. Boom, the cat has a successful hunt. That is very important in helping to prevent any kind of behavioral pathologies associated with laser pointers. And if you play with the pointer in the right way, it can be a great toy, okay? But just don't use it for good, not for bad, right? Don't shine it in their eyes and make sure the cat gets to catch it. And when you finish playing, finish with the cat catching it as well, okay? Another option that I love personally, especially because I'm always combating obesity in these indoor cats, is taking their food, their kibble, if you have dry kibble, what you've measured out for the day, and then taking it and tossing it one by one so the cat can run after it and pounce on it and eat it. So you get some exercise, you get some mental stimulation, and those are really, really important, right? So, and you also get to help control the calories on there. So you're not just throwing treats in addition to what they normally eat. All right, so those are some ideas on how to play with your cats. I'm sure you guys are brilliant and we'll come up with a lot more. So, but that's a good place to get you started. Number 2 way to bond with your cat is with treats, right? I mean, the way to a cat's heart is through their stomach, just like about any other animal on this planet. Offering them food and treats, letting them eat out of your hand, maybe petting them a little bit while you offer them some treats, all really wonderful ways to build a very positive association between you and that cat, right? Couple of caveats when it comes to treats. Treats should be no more than 10% of your cat's daily caloric requirements. If you don't know what your cat's daily caloric requirement is, talk to your veterinarian to find out, because remember, obesity is a big problem, and just fat cats are at risk for a lot more diseases than their lean counterparts. So it's important to keep that cat thin, fit, trim, athletic, muscular, all those things. So no more than 10%. And then you may need to experiment with a couple of different treats to see what your cat likes. One of the really nice treats, I think, that's actually fairly low in calories and pretty healthy for cats is deli turkey meat. Oh yes, and you can that's just a human food. And so you get it and you can tear it up into tiny little pieces, right? And you can offer these things to your cat and they're very high value. And that could be a really good way to give your cat some treats that are pretty healthy. But remember, don't overfeed your cat. Okay, so another way that you can bond with your cat is petting them in the right way. So cats generally have, if you've looked on the internet, there's great pictures out there that talk about how to pet a dog and how to pet a cat, right? So how to pet a dog, and there's like arrows all over the dog and says here, 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 right? Anywhere. And then the cat, it's like here on the head, and then here at the base of the tail, and then no, 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 just about anywhere else, right? So remember, these cats are not even 100 years ago, they mostly lived outside, they were hunters, they were hunted, and their life was very different. And so they have some trust issues with certain parts of their body, where their vital organs are housed. And that is their belly. That is the big area that they don't like to have themselves petted. So in general, cats love to be pet on their head, around their chin. Some cats enjoy being pet around the base of their tail, like a nice little scritch back there. Some cats do like a long full body stroke, but that's too much for some cats, right? So you're going to have to see how your cat likes it, and then you're going to have to do it their way. And then you're not going to want to keep going if it looks like they're getting agitated in any way. So if you're petting your cat and you hear any growling, or you see any tail swishing, or you see those eyes dilate, that's your sign we're done, right? Cat's getting too stimulated, we're done, right? And that will often leave your cat wanting more, right? So that's my next way to bond with your cat. Super simple. Pet them the right way. Okay, the number 4 way to bond with your cat is actually to give them some space, right? So cats are social. They do enjoy being with their humans, but they also really like to have their own space and their own place to get away. And if you can put it up high, that is a bonus point, because cats that have a little place to hide where they can watch their domain, like say if they were outside, they'd be sitting in a tree. Well, you can recreate that inside your house, right? And so give them this place to get away, because when they need a break, they need some place to go. This can also reduce stress. This can improve their quality of life. This can improve relations between cats. So if you have multiple cats in your house, each cat needs their own space to get away. Now they may, go back and forth who's using what, but you at least need to provide each cat their own set of resources. And that means their own hiding spot, their own food and water bowls, their own litter box, things like that, right? So give your cat some space, and actually that will increase the bond, because it reduces the stress, increases the cat's relaxation factor, and then allows for those times that you are interacting to be even more impactful in bonding. Okay, the last way that you could bond with your cat is actually training, right? So people don't think often that you can train a cat, but you absolutely can train a cat. It just looks a little bit different than training dogs, and you have to be a little bit more patient and present things in a little bit different way. But if anybody has ever seen cat acts, right, on like America's Got Talent, there was a Russian cat act. Those cats were trained. So it is possible. Cats respond well to clicker training. They respond to positive training methods. They respond to treat training. They can be easily taught to sit, to jump, to find things. They can be taught little tricks. There's lots of different things that you can train cats to do. It just takes a little bit longer, and you have to use slightly different methods. Lots of good videos available on YouTube on how to train your cat, but that is another way to just really click in with your cat on another level and deepen that bond with them. And who knows, maybe amaze your friends and family with some of your awesome cat tricks. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 ways to bond with your cat. What ways do you have that you bond with your cat? Share them in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, click subscribe. I have tons of videos out there on all things feline, and I would love to share that content with you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.